Good evening, our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. The arrival of the Ethiopian Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed in Djibouti. A launch of a 25th edition of the Head of State Prize regional competition for reciting the Holy Quran. And on the international scene, the King of Jordan calls for urgent international intervention. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The Ethiopian Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed is making 24 hours working visit in Djibouti. The Ethiopian Prime Minister, His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed, began 24 hours working visit to Djibouti this Sunday, where he will leading a high-level delegation. He was greeted upon his arrival by the Djiboutian Prime Minister Abdulkadir Kamil Mohammed. An iftar and dinner discussion with the head of state, His Excellency Ismail Margili, is scheduled for the later this evening. And the private residence of the head of state in the Haramus will constitute the main leg of Ethiopian Prime Minister's current visit to Djibouti. It should be noted that Dr. Abiy Ahmed his current visit to our country is in line with the periodic and regular contact between the highest political leadership of the Djibouti and Ethiopia, the two brotherly countries with complementary economic ties. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, received this afternoon the Prime Minister, the Ethiopian Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, who is on 24-hour working visit. The meeting between the President of the Republic and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, who lead a large delegation, provide an opportunity to discuss the special relation of brotherhood, friendship, and cooperation between the two countries and people. This meeting provide an opportunity to take stock of the strategic partnership that the two nations maintain in the areas of development, particularly trade, culture, and security between the Republic of Djibouti and Ethiopia. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, and Ethiopian Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed share al-iftar. This convivial moment allowed the two leaders to discuss issues of common interest of both countries. Ethiopian Prime Minister was accompanied by a high-level delegation including Finance Minister Ahmed Shide, the Vice President of Ethiopian Prosperity Party, Mr. Aden Farah, President of Somali region of Ethiopia, Mustafa Mahmoud, the President of Afar region in Ethiopia, and several senior Ethiopian officials. The Secretary of State of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Director of African Affairs, but also the Ambassador to Djibouti, and the senior official from the Ethiopian Foreign Ministry's office. On the Djiboutian side, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Mohamed Ali Yusuf, was attending this meeting. The Ambassador of Djibouti to Ethiopia, Mr. Abdi Mahmoud, as well as a diplomatic advisor, attend in this meeting. After the high patronage, under the high patronage of the Minister of Muslims Affairs and Waqf and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Barre, the 25th edition of original Quran reciting competition was held and headed of the prize of the head of state was officially inaugurated this Sunday at the People's Palace. The current edition of the competition brings together candidates from the Comores, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Somalia, Tanzania, Yemen, as well as the host country, which is our country, Djibouti. The solemn ceremony brought together several government officials, a large number of ulama and preachers, as well as a large audience passionate about Islamic science. This competition is one of the most prestigious Quranic events in East Africa, established in 1999 by by the head of state. It demonstrates an initiative aimed at further encouraging the reciting of Holy Quran in our society and encouraging youth to memorize the Holy Quran. For a quarter of a century, this competition has established Djibouti as a regional center of excellences in learning the Quran. Each year, it brings together an elite groups of young people from neighboring countries. Yemen, of course, and Djibouti, a prestigious and early awaited annual event. This competition makes Djibouti during the month of Ramadan a true center of Quranic influence. It strengthens fraternal ties between Muslim people and encourage young people to dedicate themselves with the excellence of learning and reciting the Holy Quran. In his inaugural speech, the Minister of Muslims Affairs and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Bore, emphasized the crucial importance of this competition in spreading Quranic culture. It is with immense pleasure and pride that we gather today, he said, to inaugurate the 25th edition of regional competition for reciting and memorization of the Holy Quran. The President of the Republic is prized. This competition takes place during this blessed month of Ramadan, a month of mercy and forgiveness. We implore Allah, the Almighty, to accept from us and from you fasting, prayer, and all good deed. On the occasion of the Holy Quran, the competition founded by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, which was inaugurated in 1999, we celebrate today a quarter of a century of success. This glorious journey has achieved its noble objective and contributed to the dissemination of values of virtue and faith. This achievement testifies to the determination of our enlightened leadership to preserve, honor, and exalt the Holy Quran. We ask Allah to put this notable work in balance of His good deed. The regional competition has become a tradition both in our country and within the region, carrying with a message of brotherhood, peace, and cooperation between nation and people united by love of Quran. Conclude the minister. Following the minister's speech, the competition began highlighting the essential role of this event in anchoring Islamic identity and strengthening the connection with the Holy Quran during this first day, which marked the launch of the 3-day competition. The candidates competed in the category of complete Quran memorization, demonstrating their masteries of recitation and tajweed. The current edition of the competition brings together candidates from Comoros, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Somalia, Tanzania, Yemen, as well as Djibouti. Finally, the awards ceremony for the winners is scheduled for the coming Wednesday at People's Palace under the high patronage of the Minister of Muslims Affairs and Endowment. And the Minister of Women and Family organized a workshop on the National Family Welfare Policy today at the Isla Grand Hotel in partnership with the United Nations Population Fund and with the financial support from the European Union. This workshop, which brought together several key stakeholders in social and family development, aims to strengthen action for Djiboutian families by implementing a coherent and effective policy to improve their well-being. The event was attended by representatives from various ministries, including health, education, and agriculture, as well as the ulemas, and this diversity of speakers demonstrated the importance of the approach in order to ensure family well-being through the inclusive policies. In a statement of the UNFPA representative, she highlighted this work and said that this workshop marks a key step in the development of an ambitious national strategies adapted to the local realities with the aim of ensuring a fulfilling and sustainable living environment for Djiboutian families. For her part, the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Usman Aden, emphasized the importance of the intersectorial and participatory collaboration to ensure the effectiveness of this policy. The Minister also praised the commitment of UNFPA and the support of European Union, which enabled the implementation of a concrete project to support and protect Djiboutian families. As part of the fourth edition of Ramadan activities, the final and closing ceremony of Razdika Municipality Handball Tournament were a highlight of the sporting event. This event, which began the first week of this holy month, saw several local teams competing for victory in a friendly and sporting atmosphere. The closely context final match, which pit the Bulaus and Razdika team against each other in a thrilling and suspenseful match. Razdika team held its own and won by a single point. The tournament also saw the participation of numerous prominent figures, including the President of Razdika, the head of Community Development Center, Department of the Ministry of Youth and Culture. The president of the municipality congratulated in his speech the two finalist team for their commitment and exemplary performance. The president also thanked the Ministry of Youth and Culture for its key role in organizing such an event, particularly praising the commitment of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, who actively support this initiative by promoting youth and community development. And now in Asaila Prefecture, the Dakhil region vibrated to the rhythm of football this Saturday, March 22, for the Ramadan tournament final. This event is part of the fourth edition of Ramadan tournament initiated by the Ministry of Youth and Culture in collaboration with the prefecture of Dakhil and the regional council. The close ceremony was attended by the president of Dakhil region, Mr. Mahad Hussein, and the second deputy prefect, Mr. Siman Yassin, and the sub-prefect Asaila, Mr. Habib Mohammed. This tournament, beyond of its supporting aspect as a true vehicle for social cohesion and community, which strengthen the ties between the region's youth and residents. In our regional scene, as an African Union delegation led by Mohamed Ali Yusuf arrived in Mogadishu to strengthen partnership and support security and stability. A high-level delegation led by the chairperson of African Union Commission, Mr. Mohamed Ali Yusuf, arrived today in Somali capital Mogadishu. Upon his arrival at Aden Adde International Airport, the delegation was welcomed by senior officials official of Somali federal government led by Deputy Prime Minister Salah Ahmed, the ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to Mogadishu, and the head of the African Union mission in Somalia, accompanied by several diplomats, were also present to welcome them. The visit of the chairperson of the African Union Commission spent 2 days and represent a key opportunity to strengthen Somalia's leadership role in improving security stability as well as consolidate the strategy partnership between African Union and Somalia. For the international scene in Gaza, Jordanian king calls for urgent international intervention in a telephone conversation with British Prime Minister. The Jordanian king stressed the urgency of international action to end the Israeli attack on Gaza and ensure compliance with the ceasefire. A ceasefire agreement brought by Egypt, Qatar, and the United States was reached on January 19, but it lasted on only a few days as Israel repeatedly violated with the airstrike and closure of a crossing, as well as the refusal of its Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to respect the terms and milestones of the agreement. In this context, the King of Jordan stressed the importance of resuming the delivery of humanitarian aid to Gaza in order to limit the worsening of the catastrophic humanitarian situation, reaffirming the Jordanese position against the forced displacement of Palestinians from Gaza and the West Bank. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.